guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, you are here today because you're probably a Chiefs fan, and to your big sigh of relief, Damian McKenzie is back with the team tonight. And yeah, he played like Damian McKenzie off the pass again after his really lackluster performance last week. Here in Sydney against the Waratahs. He was looking like a world-class All Black fly half once again. You know, he was playing 15 last week, and after dropping the ball almost every time, this week he was moving up to the 10, much closer to the action, and I guess shielded him a bit from catching those high balls. He was looking more confident. You know, the fact that McKenzie was at 10 tonight, the Chiefs showed a huge variety of different options on display in terms of attacking options. There was a lot of pent-up frustration, it seems, from the Chiefs team tonight from last week's lackluster performance. The forwards are aggressive. The backs had good handling. Some really nice, the backdoor plays from David McKenzie as well, opening up a number of different options in the back line that he picked out. Picked out quite effectively throughout the game, letting the Chiefs, really effectively getting past the defensive line of the Highlanders. Nadawai as well, really brilliant down the sideline. Some really nice kick behind as well from him to just keep the pressure on. The Highlanders were struggling to exit their own 22 as a result of some of these kicking out. And the width of the field that the Chiefs were utilizing tonight was really outstanding. You know, the Chiefs last week under pressure got really tight in their attack because Damian McKenzie wasn't able to catch the ball. This tonight, they were, comfortably utilizing the full width of the field, they're probably like one of the top, starting to look like the number one team in Super Rugby once again. The Highlanders was under pressure all night tonight, but basically from the rush defense, not just the rush defense with Tupaya, but just the rush defense was putting a lot of pressure. The Chiefs' attack was difficult to defend, so the Highlanders was left scrambling to covering the holes all night. And the four-pack physicality from the Chiefs as well, just making it really difficult for the Highlanders to contest at the breakdowns and leading into the Highlanders. Largely, a lot of unforced errors and a lot of forced kicking. There was a little bit of individual brilliance for Fakatava with some of his moves, but just wasn't enough for the Highlanders to get themselves any sort of strong platform to stabilize the game. There was some early injuries to Ethan de Groot. I hope he's okay, and that could have been a bit of a difference for Highlanders, but it was pretty one-sided. The Chiefs felt the ascendancy and just started rushing through more and more points. Nipkins was really good for the Highlanders once again. Let me get his full name. Ratumai Tavuki Nipkins was probably the one that's scrambling the most to cover a lot of those Chiefs line breaks and kick behinds and little kick throughs as well. Damian McKenzie also showed a lot of toolkit from his kicking game tonight. There was one point Damian McKenzie, he chickened out. He had the flash of last week's nightmare. He saw the flash of what's his name, Tava Nawai coming towards him when he was under one of the high ball, and he just dropped it again and moved out of the way so he didn't get hit. He was getting nightmares. He was getting PTSD from last week's high balls from the Waratahs. But that could become an issue for Damian McKenzie. That when test matches comes around, the international team's gonna look at that and really start targeting him for that sort of stuff. And if he can't conquer his own fear and really get himself that confidence back to catch the ball under the high ball whilst under pressure, he's gonna get targeted a lot more in Test rugby. And and that might hurt his chance with the All Blacks 10 jersey. So let me know your thoughts on that. Is Damian McKenzie getting a bit of PTSD here tonight? But with that being said, I thought the scrum was probably slightly better for the Chiefs. Obviously, De Groot was out earlier. But overall, I think that the urgency from the Chiefs, the rush defense, and the pent-up frustration, I think delivered a really good performance for their home fans tonight. Yeah, let's have a look at the match stats of the game. 6 tries to 1 to the Chiefs, 551 run meters to the Chiefs, to the 403 for the Highlanders. 135 carries for the Chiefs, 87 to the Highlanders. 13 turnovers for the Chiefs, 23 for the Highlanders. There was a lot of unforced error from the Highlanders due to the rush defense. Yeah, just like, the kicking not quite, kicking out balls on the full, dropping the ball, from a rush, from a rush defensive line, that sort of stuff. And I think that, yeah, the Chiefs just a little bit more clinical, a little bit more manages the space a little bit better than the Highlanders tonight. 96 tackles made by the Chiefs, 21 missed tackles, 141 tackles made by the Chiefs, by the Highlanders, 19 missed tackles for them, 43 kicks in play for the Chiefs, and 34 for the Highlanders. That's like might be one of the highest so far this season. One conversion miss by Damian McKenzie, one penalty miss for the Highlanders. 1,231. I think that is definitely the most we've seen this season. Kick meters from hands from the Chiefs. Like I said, the Highlanders were struggling to exit their own half because of the lack of kick distance, that the return kick distance that they were going up against the Chiefs. 965 kick meters from Highlanders, really high, but still not nearly enough to match the kicking game from Damian McKenzie and co. And lineouts 14 for the Chiefs, 2 lost, 10 for the Highlanders, 2 lost for themselves as well. A scrum for the Chiefs, 6 for the Highlanders, 1 loss for the Highlanders. I thought it was pretty even overall. Maybe a slight advantage to the Chiefs, but it wasn't too bad overall. 7 penalties conceded for the Highlanders, 10 against the Chiefs, and no yellow cards, no red cards. Overall, the Chiefs has a little bit more edge as well in terms of that discipline, not giving away free territory for the Highlanders to build themselves from a good attacking position. So yeah, that's the stats. Let's go through some of the big moments of the game. The game, it took the Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs kind of started out in their traditional fashion. Was pretty happy to get an early penalties. 3 minutes, 7 minutes. Highlanders got an early penalty 3 minutes in, thrown offside, and they're just taking the 3 points right away. Chiefs as well, 7 minutes in, got their own penalty back, and Damian McKenzie kicked this one, 3 points apiece. 9 minutes into the game, the Chiefs gets their first try on the ball. There was a high ball. There was a bit of a, what do you call it? There was a bit of a lucky bounce for the Chiefs. Leroy Carter got the ball inside the 22. Some quick ball coming out. I think the ball was one of the ball carrier was tackled short of trying from the Chiefs, and the ball just like popped out back of the ruck, and Narawa scooped it up, the loose ball, and ran himself through just before the try line for the try. 10 points to 3. Some really nice urgency from the Chiefs. Really turned up the hit a little bit here, and the Highlanders looks almost a little bit off guard. About 10 minutes into the game. 28 minutes again, there was a lot of kicking game. Highlanders settled themselves in some nice position. There was a nice short ball from Nipkin. I think it was Tava Nawai sent Nipkin through. And again, got really close to try line. Lots of pick and go. And Kai Utai goes in for the try for the Highlanders. 10 points apiece. 29 minutes into the game. Right after the try was scored, there was a kickoff and a penalty immediately to the Chiefs. And they kick another 3-point. 13 points to 10. That was the halftime score, was it? Yeah, halftime score 13 points to 10. Second half starts. There was again 2 minutes in the second half. Quinn Tupaia got the ball out wide from the Chiefs. Grab a kick behind, and then Leroy Carter, I think his name is Leroy Carter, was just burned down the sideline, got there first, and grounded the ball for the try. 20 points to 10 to the Chiefs. After this one, there was a penalty to the Chiefs at 49 minutes. They kicked the ball out for the line out. Again, it was just too big, too strong. The ball was nicely structured, and the Chiefs, Bo Shear, had the ball, just rammed through for the try. 27 points to 10. 53 minutes into the game, there was a nice little backline play by the Chiefs. Again, using the full width of the field. Narawa kicked the ball down the field. The ball was punted desperately back to the Chiefs, and then there was wide open field. And lots of, the D-Mac got the ball, kind of like went back to the left-hand side, and eventually, eventually the ball went to D-Mac, and there was wide open space on the opposite side. Crossfield kick from D-Mac to Finau, got the ball on the sideline. He ran in under the post for the try. 34 points to 10. 57 minutes in the game, and the game just completely opened up right here. The Chiefs were just, really you can see they start loosening up, and the Highlanders are tightening up, and the tighter the Highlanders went, the more space was opening up for the Chiefs. There was literally, again, another poor exit from the Highlanders, and the Chiefs run down the middle of the field. It was Brody McAllister, ran through a little gap. He got tackled on the ground, and he popped the ball up for Bo Shear, who went in for the try. 41 points to 10. And 64 minutes, David McKenzie chickened out from a high ball from Tavatava Nawai. He dropped it just so he didn't get hit. Really funny. 74 minutes in the game. Again, Chiefs got another penalty. They went for the line out, went for the maul. And Somasani Taukiaho got the ball on the back of the maul, rammed himself through when he was close for the try. 46 points to 10 was the final score. Yeah, this was a championship performance from the Chiefs. I think Highlanders really got outclassed a little bit tonight. I think almost every aspect of the Highlanders has some pretty great individuals. I feel like you have Tavatava Nawai and the Nipkins as well, like really high quality individual players, but they're just not able to kind of link together. Same even with the number 9 Fakatava. They have really high quality individual players, but I just don't feel like all of these players are actually like connecting and creating synergy as a pack. That's my feel about the Highlanders team. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know what. And it's almost like it's almost like Tavatava Nawai at 12, and then you've got Fakatava at 9, and whoever's at 10 is disconnected from the two players, right? It's not quite playing at a 10 frequency. And that's kind of like what it feels like for Highlanders. You have some players playing at a different level and higher frequency than the others, and it's just like a disconnect where the players are, leading into some of these defensive and attacking issues. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about the Highlanders. Do you agree or not? And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for the final game, Western Force versus the Hurricanes. Probably going to be coming out tomorrow, but let me know your thoughts. Cheers.